and kind of came out with the story of my name. So it was amidst the pandemic. I received a phone call one night from a really good friend of mine. She had been the matron of honor at my wedding. We've been pregnant together with one another. And she's calling to tell me that her child is in a coma, had attempted suicide that day, very serious suicide attempt. And she explains that she was looking at social media, trying to figure out what happened. And she sees, it becomes apparent that her child was really struggling with gender identity, and was really fearful to tell anybody, including her and her husband. So she shares that information with me, and I will say their child survived that suicide attempt. But the next day, I'm on a walk with my best friend. Y'all remember the pandemic, we have to have our things to keep us sane. So that was my daily walk with my bestie was my thing. And so she knew me, and I'd known her for years. She knew me really well, but we really got to know each other during that period of time. So I'm sharing this story with her. You know, I got this call last night. Oh, it's so stressful. And she says, yeah, how are you? Like, how are you doing? And I start to answer from the place of a parent, from this happened to my best friend's kid, from the place of a professional. And my friend gets in front of me and she stops me and she says, no, how are you doing? And I knew in that moment what she was saying was, everything leading up to this point, we know you're transgender. We're not speaking that into the universe, but we know it. How are you that this child almost died yesterday? Because even in 2020, they're struggling with their own identity. And I knew what she was conveying, and it was in that moment, truthfully, in that moment that I said, I can never go back. I can't go back to my old name. I can't go back to my old pronouns. I can't go back to living inauthentically in this work, being a parent, being a partner, being a friend. And so that was step one of my coming out. Of course, it took many months to do all of that. It simply still is. But that became a pivotal why moment.